10ನೆಯ ತರಗತಿಯ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಚಾನಲ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, 10ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಠದ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೋತ್ತರಗಳ ಲಿಂಕನ್ನು ನಾನು ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 3 ದ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ರೂಲ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಧ್ಯಾಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೋತ್ತರಗಳನ್ನು ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಸಾಗೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಈಗ ಮೊದಲ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ದಿವಾನಿ ಅದಾಲತ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ವಾರನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ದ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೂಪರಿಂಟೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ of police was created by Lord Cornwallis. The permanent zamindari system was introduced in Bengal and Bihar province in 1793. The land tax system introduced by Alexander Reid is ryotwari system. The report given by Warren Hastings became the base of modern education system. The Regulating Act was implemented in the year 1773. Discuss and answer the following questions. Illustrate the judicial system formulated through East India Company. Diwani Adalat, it is a civil court which Hindus were dispensed justice as for the Hindu scriptures and Muslims as per Shariat. These courts came under the administration of European offices. Faujdari Adalat, it is a criminal court under the control of Qadis. They were functioning under the supervision of European officers. Later, British legal procedures were introduced in the criminal courts. What are the measures undertaken at the time of the British in police system? Every district divided into many stations. Every station under control of Kotwal. Every village are under the care of Chowkidar. The police commission law was also introduced. British land tax system made the Indian farmers to born in debt, live in debt, and die in debt. How? In this system, farmers lost their ownership of lands. Jamindar collected excess taxes from the farmers. Farmers have to work under jamindars. Farmers are exploited and had to live a life of insecurity because we say the Indian farmers were born in debt, lived in debt, and died in debt. What were the main aspects of ryotwari system? First implemented in Baramahal region by Alexander Reid. Later implemented in Madras and Mysore region by Thomas Munro. Under the system, both the farmer and the company were directly linked. The tiller of the land was recognized as the owner of the land. The owner had to pay 50% of produce as land tax to the company. The land tax had 30 years tenures. The tax could be revived after this tenure. What were the effects of British land taxes? A new class of zamindars who exploited the farmers was created. The transformers are exploited by the zamindars became landless slowly. Land became a commodity. Loans could be raised by mortgaging of lands. The agriculture sector became commercialized. Had to grow raw material needed by industries back in England. The money lenders became strong. Make a list of the effects of British education in India. Indian could develop modernity, secularism, and democratic attitudes. rationality along with the nationalistic ideas. Impetus was received for the local literature and language. This facilitated a unity in thinking process among the educated class. Periodicals started emerging. New social and religious reformation movements emerged. The thoughts of thinkers brought fresh thinking in the mind of educated youth of India. The freedom struggles that were taking place in Indians also. What were the restrictions imposed in regulating act? The Bengal presidency gained control over the other presidencies. The Governor General was authorized to direct, exercise control and supervise other presidencies. Supreme Court of Judicial was established in Kolkata. Lord Warren Hastings became the first Governor General of Bengal. What are the important features of the Indian Government Act of 1858? The license of East India Company was cancelled. India was brought under the direct administration of Queen. The Governor General was designed as Viceroy. A new post called Secretary of the State for India was created. A Council of India was created in order to assist the Secretary. How does the Indian Government Act 1935 become the base of Indian Constitution? Most of the provisions in Indian Constitution are based on this act. This act alone the formation of the fully responsible government by Indians. A federal system of Indian municipalities, British governed regions and dominant states was formed. A federal court was established. What are the important features of 1919 Act? Act formulated a bicameral legislative body and hierarchy was introduced at regional governments. High Commissioner was appointed for India. Promised to improve local self-government. Provincial budget was separated from central budget. Separate electoral college was extended for Muslims and Sikhs. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಚಾನಲ್ ಆಗಿರುವ ABG ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಗೆ ನೀವಿನ್ನೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಆಗಿ. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದರೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.